The first thing I want to talk about is your attitude, because that's what's going to make or break the trip. Especially in India, the reality is it's going to be hard. With TDA, we often say expect the unexpected, and I think in this case it really does apply. This is not our Orient Express tour, it's India.
My biggest single concern when I decided to do the tour was whether or not I would have any serenity while I did it.
It's a very stimulating country. I'm sure you've seen it already. Just being out on the street, your five senses are bombarded 24/7, even through the night you can hear the deet deet deet.
There was a moment the day before we started, we were all on a bus and I just looked at the road and I had a total freak out moment where all these cars and people and everything going like this, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be cycling in this tomorrow.
It's an intense place to be traveling through, riding through a lot. So I think your attitude towards what we're experiencing here will really make the difference on how much you appreciate it and how you deal with events that happen.
During the riding meeting, when Sam was saying just kind of go with the flow, that's the attitude you have to take.
There's cows and kids and tuk-tuks and branches, and there's just so much action that it keeps you really present and connected to your riding, to that moment where you're at.
It's insane. There are cars and tuk-tuks and other cyclists and trucks and everything you can imagine coming at you, but it's fun.
There's a lot going on. You have to be careful, but there's a lot to see as well.
Congrats everyone, you can give yourself a good round of applause on the first day. I could feel the nerves this morning, everyone was kind of keen to get going, but I loved seeing all of you with big smiles coming in. I feel like you've kind of broken the ice through that thing of like, okay, can we actually ride in India? And now you've figured out that yes, we can actually ride in India, and it seemed to have gone very well for everyone.
City traffic in India is chaotic. It comes at you from all directions. I can only look a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right and forward of me, and that is it.
It is overwhelming just to start in this busy city that Agra was. So good job for that.
Honestly, it was easy, it was fun, it was so much less stressful than I thought it would be.
So as we head out of the hotel, we're taking a left, and then we're gonna be on the main road until about kilometer 19. Out of town for the first few K, maybe first 10K, it's gonna be busy. I don't think it'll be busy as Agra was this morning, but still a bit of traffic. And then for the rest of the day, we're in nice, quiet country roads. Big part of riding in India is interacting with the locals, because we go through rural places that rarely or never see Westerners on a bike dressed up in lycra. You're gonna draw attention. Sometimes it does feel overwhelming because there's a lot of people around and everyone's curious, but what I found is that every interaction is positive.
You might make you feel a little bit nervous in the beginning, but they just are curious. They want to say hello and ask you where you're from and where you're going.
I was a little worried about how I'd be able to handle this mass of humanity, but they're so gentle and so lovely.
everyone is so friendly and so welcoming, and they're genuinely curious of what we're doing and why we're here.
If you stop, you always get a crowd and you hear this selfie, selfie from you and this sort of thing, and it's just part of it.
It's beautiful, genuine curiosity, and everyone's super open, and as much as sometimes it feels like a lot to be surrounded by so many people and draw that much attention, all of the interactions have been positive.
I don't know. They're just so warm and friendly. I have fallen in love with the people.
Tomorrow is like a nice rolling day as we head out of here. The first 55 kilometers will be on nice quiet roads, a bit rough roads though, but it's going to be nice rolling hills. But then at 55 kilometers, it's going to get a bit busier. Nothing crazy like we had in Jaipur, but busier than what we had in Jodhpur. So expect the entry into Udaipur as kind of an in-between intensity of Jaipur and Jodhpur. Our next few rest days after that, we have Mandu, very small place. We have Ajanta and we have Ellora. And the highlights of these sections is much more the nature than busy cities. Mandu, Ajanta and Ellora are very small places. So if you want ATMs, you want to change your USD, your euros and whatnot, you want to buy some bike things, to buy some clothes, whatever you need that you might find in a city, you very likely won't find in those next few rest days. India is so intense, it's no secret to anyone, but it's also so alive.
India is an exotically different place. It has a real buzz about it, and it is that buzz that creates the beauty. Yes, there are some fabulous buildings, there is some ancient history here, and nature has provided lovely experiences, but the whole place is absolutely buzzing.
To be honest, not every day is going to be a beautiful, amazing scenery here, but every day is going to be very raw and authentic.
This is what adds to your realistic experience of what India could be. Something about India, you can never generalize anything. You cannot expect the same everywhere. Life is so different everywhere, and we get to live a good bit of it as we travel through these remote places.
If you want to come to India, I think the best way to see it is on the bike.
You actually experience what you can call as the real India.
Being on a bike to see a country means that you see it all, warts and all, smells and all in India, everything. Bikepacking is fantastic. It's the element of freedom.
A big step on our trip tomorrow, we hit Mumbai. I feel like that's something that was like a big... Doug and I were looking for the word, but both of our English is not good enough. Milestone, that's the milestone, thank you, milestone on the trip. The ride tomorrow is really straightforward, but you're gonna feel that we get out of the middle of nowhere, like we've been riding and then where we are, and we get into the action, into the surroundings of Mumbai. First 21K, we're still on the quiet country roads, and then after that, between 21 and 82, then it's really busy. Then we hit some highways. A lot of different routes have been scouted over the years, but it's the best route that the guys have found. So what we're gonna do is we have our ride as usual, and then we take the ferry. Ferry is about, let's say, an hour. They say 45 minutes, let's say more around an hour. And then off the ferry, we have a short 1 kilometer to get in.
One of the things that I really was, I don't know, worried about was how the social dynamic would be.
I want to have and maintain a bit of independence as I ride and do my thing, and I think others do too. And the ability to jive with a group, actually when we're riding or not, is seamless. It's simple, it's easy, there's no... That was something I wondered how difficult that would be, to find someone to ride with or not, and it's a non-issue. It just evolves.
When we get to the hotel, we're a group again. You know, on the road we're sort of split into singles and threes and fours, but when we get to the hotel, you know, we get together like they are across the lake there, and you know, we're talking and reliving the day a bit and having a nice time socialising.
The social dynamic on this TDA has been amazing. The people are all friendly. We've been together long enough that I still have little quirks with people, but you know, it's all still great. You know, we're supportive of each other, we'll help each other out, we're gonna get through this together, and it really has been teamwork.
Final sprint, final stretch. It's been a long time coming, but it was mixed feelings writing go on the board last night. It's our finish line, so we've got 3 days to get there. I was looking at the profiles, except for a few hills on the last day, it's not too steep, but it's still some of those nice roller coasters with some segments right on the coast. So a very scenic stretch to end. And the main thing for this last stretch, slow down to smell the flowers, I wrote, but I want you guys to really reconnect with the intention of why you came here. Think about that reason that brought you to India, and make sure you feel and act and ride aligned with that intention. The reality is, when you go back home, you're gonna miss this. So slow down and embrace it and take it all in, because it's gonna go by really quick.
There is no other way that you can get close to the experiences of traveling through a country than you can on a bicycle. It's your sweat, your effort, your connection. There's some big climbs, there's some hot days, and it's a test. But hey, isn't life about testing yourself? And one of the challenges and the pleasurable challenges of coming on a holiday like this is to test yourself. And that's what the cycling holiday is all about.